Hi everyone, it's Marisa from the blog bumblebeeapothecary.com. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'd like to talk about raw milk. Raw milk is a little bit of a controversial topic, and there are definitely people who have strong opinions and some people who are kind of in the middle, and I wanted to share you what I know about it. I've had some requests from people asking me to share some more information about this. I do other videos that you may have seen on the GAPS diet, and that is definitely a part of the GAPS diet, cultured raw dairy to be exact, but I wanted to share some good information on it so that people can have the right information and be able to make informed decisions about this. So first of all, why would you drink raw milk versus pasteurized milk? Well, pasteurization was actually introduced as agriculture became more industrialized and bigger, and it actually was put into place for the safety of people because on these large-scale farms, it is really hard to keep milk clean enough to where you could safely drink it raw. So that's why milk started being pasteurized. What is the problem with pasteurization? So when milk is pasteurized, it undergoes some changes. Pasteurization destroys enzymes in milk, it denatures and diminishes nutrients, and it damages milk proteins. It also destroys vitamins, it kills beneficial bacteria, and promotes pathogens. You can see that there are definitely drawbacks to having pasteurized milk. Why would you want to drink raw milk on the other hand? Well, you may have already guessed that maybe you don't want your nutrients destroyed and denatured and done away with in this way. And that is definitely the reason why I like to drink raw milk. I want my milk to be in its whole original form. I want to know that the farm that it came from handles its milk carefully enough so that it can stay clean and fresh and be safe for myself and my family to drink. It's really interesting that many people who cannot tolerate pasteurized milk have no problem drinking raw milk. And once you know what happens when milk is pasteurized, how all these different nutrients are changed or destroyed, that it makes sense that the live, living, whole form of milk would be easy for people to digest. It's full of friendly bacteria. The nutrients are in their full undamaged state so that the body can actually use them. It has the enzymes there that actually help the body digest it. And source is everything when it comes to raw milk. Like I talked about when I was explaining why pasteurization came to be in the first place, you cannot go to any large commercial dairy farm and ask for raw milk because they know that it's going to be pasteurized and they're not handling it in a way that would keep it as clean and safe as it would need to be for people to be able to drink it raw. When you're wanting to obtain raw milk, you have to be really careful where you look. You want to make sure that it's from a small enough operation that they can pay attention to all the details, keep the quality very high and the cleanliness immaculate. You want to look for a farm that uses old-fashioned breeds of cows like Jersey and Guernsey. These cows are different than the modernized Holstein cows that you find on most commercial dairies. These modern Holstein cows are designed to produce lots and lots of milk. They have a much lower butter fat content, and it's just a more unnatural way. They're also designed to live on high amounts of grain rather than grass, and the old-fashioned breeds of cows are designed to eat mostly grass. In order to find a local source for raw milk, it may depend on the state that you live in. It's not legal in all states, unfortunately. For me personally, in Colorado, it's actually not legal, but we do what's called a cow share program, so we don't actually buy milk. We pay money to take care of the cows, and then we receive milk for free, basically. So that's the way that we handle it here. And the way that I found that was by looking up my local Weston A. Price chapter and finding their recommendations for resources for raw milk. So anywhere that you live, you can find your local Weston A. Price chapter. I'm going to put a link below to where you can find the main Weston Price website and find your local chapter that way. If you're new to raw milk, there's definitely a right and a wrong way to start drinking it. If you have never drank raw milk before, then your gut is probably going to need to undergo quite a bit of an adjustment to just get used to drinking it. If you were to just start drinking a whole glass a day or more, you probably have some digestive upset. So it's definitely best to do it in the right way. What I would recommend is following the GAPS diet dairy introduction steps. So you would start with some fermented products made with milk first. Start very slowly, small amounts, and gradually work up. You would start by making homemade yogurt with the raw milk, kefir, things like that, sour cream. And then once you are on that for a good long while, at least several months, then you can slowly transition to the unfermented raw milk and be able to drink that straight, and you should be fine by that point. There are a lot of great reasons to drink raw milk and to avoid pasteurized milk. I already talked about the nutritional downsides of raw milk, and there are so many other ones as far as health and children's health and different things like that I don't even have time to get into in this video. If there's interest, then I could talk about that some more in the future. But for now, it's really interesting to know that in the early 1900s, Dr. J.E. Crew of the Mayo Foundation actually used raw milk to cure many serious illnesses. Today, raw milk therapy is used successfully in hospitals in Germany. Studies show that children who drink raw milk are healthier, more resistant to disease and tooth decay. They have better calcium absorption, and they have less allergies, skin problems, and asthma. And it makes sense. If the nutrients are there and in their natural state, they haven't been changed and denatured and damaged, then the body is able to digest it easily and use those nutrients, and it makes sense that they would be healthier. My kids love raw milk. They ask for it all the time. We all love it. So hopefully that was helpful. If you have any questions, leave me a comment below. I always try to respond to all the comments that I get. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with anybody that you think might find it interesting. If you're new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button. I make new videos every week on traditional health wisdom and living a sustainable DIY lifestyle. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.